All right, welcome to class. So with us, we still are discussing quadratic equation in our case 3, where we are using quadratic formula to solve quadratic equation. Also, note that quadratic formula is also known as almighty formula. It is called almighty formula because it can solve any question that 1 can be factorized. Don't note that, please. And 2, when you use completing the square, it can solve them. So with this, let's provide solution to this. Now, from your arrangements, please, your general equation or general expression is this. We have this and this and this. All will give us 0. This is our general expression. But what they did was they now took this 2 to the other side. This is it. They took the one with x, this one here, to the other side, and took the constant to the other side, which is this one here. So what do I know? I'm going to arrange them inside. Arrange them back. I'm having this minus 3x and then minus 7. All will now become 0. From this point, what do we do now? I told you that in quadratic formula, we all have letters. We have 3 letters, and then you have to share this trinomial into the 3 of them. So A becomes 2x squared, B becomes minus 3x, and then C becomes minus 7. And also, mind you, that when solving using quadratic formula or almighty formula, your question should be equal to 0. Like this one now. This is when you rearrange them, it's equal to 0. You cannot solve when you don't have equal to in the question. You cannot use quadratic formula. So what do we do now? Next thing we are going to say recall that the quadratic formula, as we say, is minus, say is x to give us minus b plus or minus the b square minus 4ac, then all over 2a. This is what we know. Now let's proceed. Anywhere we see a, we introduce 2. We don't need the x power 2, x power 1. We only need their coefficients. So we just substitute. So we say substitute the coefficients of x squared, x, and the constant. So this is what we are doing. So what do we know now here? So I'll say x here will now become, there is a minus here. Look at the minus here. Then b, what is my b? B is having minus. So I will only take the 3, only the 3. So next, we now have plus or minus here. Plus or minus. Open a bracket. Now the square root, please. What is my b? My b is still minus 3. You have to square it because this is having square. So next up, I have minus 4 into bracket. What is my a from the beginning there? My a is that. And then what is my c? My c is minus 7 here. So all over, I have 2 into bracket a, 2a. My a there is 2. This is what I'm having here. Next, I will bring this one down, add up this one. Minus times minus, that will give me this plus or minus. So I have, minus 3 squared. The same thing as saying minus 3 times minus 3. So minus times minus here gives me plus. 3 times 3 gives me 9. So that means that here will be 9. Then this minus will affect this. If there was no minus there, you continue with the minus here. But because there's a minus sign here, minus times minus there, I'm having plus. So this is 28. 28 times 2 will give us 56. That will give us 56 as our value. As our value there. Now, what is the next thing we'll know? So what's the next thing we'll know now? Remember, we have this under here. So this will give us 4. So going further, what do we note? That means that I can now take this one and add it up. If you remove 4 and add it, here is 60. So 60 plus that will give us 65. That will give us 65. So from here, what do I know? I know that I'm having 4 here. Now from here, I will look for the square root. The square root of 65. I'm having that to be, I'm having that now to be 3 here, then plus or minus. That square root will give me 8.06, then 2, 3 here. So all over 4. So what do we know going further now? Here I'm going to split the sign. So I have 3. Take the first one plus 8.0623 over 4, or I'll have 3 minus 8.0623 all over 4 here. From this point now, what do I know? If you add it up, if you add 3 to this one, I'm going to have 11.0623 over 4. Here, I'll have minus 5.0623 over 4 here. So if you divide now, divide this by 4, I'll have that my x becomes 2.76. So I'm changing this to just 2 decimal places. So I'm having 6 here, or I have this to be minus 1.267. Let me put 7. So make the x1. So I'm having 2.67 comma minus 1.27. So this is how this is solved. Thank you for watching. Please, if this is your first time of coming across this channel, kindly do well to hit the plus sign and follow for more. Tell this to everybody around the community as we see you in the 4th case. Bye-bye.